Good morning to all the students of class 10th. In this tutorial, we'll begin with another poem from your book First Flight. The name of the poem is Amanda. Amanda, written by Robert Klein. Let's begin. Amanda. Every child feels that she or he is controlled and instructed not to do one thing or another. You too may feel that your freedom is curtailed. Students, you will relate to this poem definitely because this girl, Amanda, is constantly nagged by her parents. Do this, do not do that, follow this instruction, do not touch that, stand properly, sit properly, eat this, do not eat that. So these are certain instructions, these are certain things that you hear from your parents daily. In this poem, Amanda is a girl, is a small child whose parents are forever nagging her about what to do and what not to do. This frequent interference makes her very unhappy. Write down some of the things you want to do, but your parents, elders, do not allow you to do. Students, I want you, before starting this Amanda poem, I want you to do this question. Just to know what you want to do in life and what your parents do not allow you to do. To read the poem aloud from pairs, each reading alternate stanzas, you are in for a surprise. Don't bite your nails, Amanda. Don't hunch your shoulders, Amanda. Stop that slouching and sit up straight. You will find certain words here like hunch, that is bent, slouching, to sit, stand, and walk in a lazy way, languid, relaxed, emerald, bright green, precious, soul, single, inhabitant, drifting, that is moving slowly, pattern, making patterns, hushed, very quietly. So these are certain words you need to underline and write the meanings itself in the book, like I did, for your better understanding of the poem. So the constant interference that she gets from her parents, it irritates her and it makes her unhappy. She feels that she is not free to do anything in life. She wants to do certain things, but she is not allowed to. She wants freedom from all restrictions. She dreams to lead a life of mermaid in a languid emerald sea, with her being the only inhabitant there. She wants to be free. She feels that an orphan has more freedom than her. She also wished to lead a calm and quiet life in a tower like that of Rapunzel, with nobody to disturb her. So basically, the conclusion is Amanda, who is a small girl, wants freedom in her life, wants to lead a life free from restrictions, alone, like a mermaid. So in the first stanza, the instructions she gets from her parents: don't bite your nails, Amanda. Don't hunch your shoulders, Amanda. Stop that slouching and sit up straight, Amanda. In the above stanza, Amanda is getting instructed, most probably by her parents, for not biting her nails. Biting the nails is a very bad habit, so therefore she's being stopped. And also for sitting lazily with her shoulders bent, not sitting up straight but shoulders bent. She's being instructed by her parents. The tone of instructions here is not a friendly one and thus fails to make any sense to Amanda. Students, when children are being instructed politely or more more lovably, they listen to you. But when they are told or instructed in an angry way, they tend to ignore it. So this is what human nature is, especially children. So similarly here also, Amanda was instructed in not a very friendly tone, so she did not like about it. Now, there is a languid emerald sea where the sole inhabitant is me, a mermaid drifting blissfully. Now here in the second stanza, Amanda is in imagination. She uses her imagination as an escape point from day-to-day commands of her parents. She has created her own world in her imagination. She thinks about herself as a mermaid in the world that she had created in her own mind, where there are no restraints, where there are no restrictions. She imagines herself to be a joyful mermaid sailing without any confines alongside soft waves of the green sea. She is the single inhabitant living there in that bright green sea. She moves in the sea happily alone. Third stanza. Did you finish your homework, Amanda? Did you tidy your room, Amanda? I thought I told you to clean your shoes, Amanda. Now in the third stanza, again the instructions coming from her parents. Amanda now is being asked about whether she had finished her homework, whether she had made her room tidy, and also whether she had cleaned her shoes or not. Now these set of instructions mark a shift from the instructions given in the previous stanza. You can see here, after her name, there is an exclamation mark. What does this exclamation mark signify? This exclamation mark shows that the parents seem to be losing their cool on Amanda and they are quite angry with her because she's not listening to them. Whatever she's being instructed, she seems to be lost in her own world. I am an orphan roaming the street. I pattern soft dust with my hushed bare feet. The silence is golden, the freedom is sweet. Now Amanda, rather than listening to her parents, she is lost in her own world, and what she's thinking? She wishes to be away from this daily routine life. She wants to be away. She wants to be alone, roaming in the streets. She perceives herself as an orphan, roaming in the street, moving aimlessly without any purpose. She seems happy as she draws patterns using her bare feet. I pattern soft dust with my hushed bare feet. So, she wants to roam on the streets and draw the patterns with her bare feet on the dust. Don't eat that chocolate, Amanda. Remember your acne, Amanda? Will you please look at me when I'm speaking to you, Amanda? Now, Amanda is stopped by her parents from eating a chocolate because it caused her acne, the pimples on her face. Amanda is still lost in her own world. Her parents are instructing her. not to eat the chocolates, but she seems as if she's not listening, and she is in her own world, dreaming about her life, living alone, roaming in the streets like an orphan. So her parents getting angry. This carelessness of Amanda further angers the parents, and they ask her for her attention when she's being scolded, because she tends to ignore them, because she's kind of ignoring them. I am Rapunzel. Rapunzel is a fairy princess. I have not a care. Life in a tower is tranquil. Tranquil means calm and rare. Unique and peaceful, the meaning of tranquil. I'll certainly never let down my bright hair. Now, Amanda is still lost in her own dreams. She pictures herself to be the long golden haired Rapunzel, to be a fairy princess who lived in a castle and had no care about anything. She had everything. She imagines that the life of Rapunzel, who must have been very peaceful and fantastic in the tower, and she wants the similar life. She wants to live by herself. Amanda wants to live free and happy. I will certainly never let down my bright hair. Here, she is unwilling to let her hair down. She only wants to live by herself as the presence of another being in her life that would require her to act in a certain way. She wants to be free, she wants to be happy, and she doesn't want her bright hair, down. Stop that sulking at once, Amanda. You are always so moody, Amanda. Anyone would think that I nagged at you, Amanda. Sulking means be silent. Because her parents are constantly nagging at her, constantly giving her instructions, constantly scolding her, but she's not interested in their instructions. She's lost in her own dreams, she's lost in her own thoughts, she's lost in her own world. That is why her parents are getting irritated, more angered at her. In the last stanza, the parents keep instructing her on the do's and don'ts, but Amanda remains lost in her own dreams. The parents believe that Amanda's not reacting because she's annoyed. Her behavior has made her parents look bad, and they get worried about their image. They are concerned about how society will perceive them if their child always remains in a foul mood. So they are really confused what to do with this girl. And this girl is framing her own dreams in her own world. So this poem, written by Robert Greene, deals with a young child who's denied freedom. So, students, yes, freedom is required by everyone, not just us human beings, but also animals. The girl here, Amanda, requires and wants freedom in life, and she deserves to get that. The problems, the struggles that she is facing at such a young age, and how she's reacting has been shown in the poem by Robert Greene. And I think many of you can relate to her, relate to this girl. But this girl is being nagged constantly and very much. But I know your parents are very supportive to you, and loving towards you. Yes, freedom is required by everyone, me, you, and all. So this is a small beautiful poem written by Robert Klein, beautifully put up into words. Let's quickly find out the literary devices used in the poem. I have already explained you the definitions of the literary devices that are mostly used in your poem in this book. Just go back to the tutorials or go back to your notes where you have written those literary devices, because it will be more easy for you to understand here in this poem as well. So the first literary device that has been used here is alliteration. Let's see where the alliteration has been used. Stop that slouching and sit up straight. You can see here S, 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 S. So we can say alliteration has been used. Another literary device is metaphor. And where this is used here? Languid, emerald, sea. Languid, emerald, sea. Silence is golden. Another one is freedom is sweet. So metaphor has been used here. Silence has been called as golden, freedom as sweet, and sea as languid and emerald. We can say metaphor has been used. And if I talk about the rhyme scheme here, you have to go through the words here. The last word in each stanza: Amanda, Amanda, straight Amanda. See me. Amanda, Amanda, shoes Amanda. Street, feet. Amanda, Amanda, you Amanda. So what has been used? Rhyme scheme used here in this poem is AABACCC. How? Amanda, Amanda, Amanda. A, A, A. And straight, it's a different word. We give it B. See me blissfully, it's C, C, C. Here, Amanda, Amanda, Amanda. A, A. Shoes is B. So, here, street, feet, sweet. C, C, C. So, like this way, we find out the rhyme scheme. And rhyme scheme of this poem is A, B, A, C, C, C. So this is the rhyme scheme of the poem. I want all of you to write the rhyming words as well as the rhyme scheme in your notebook. And also these NCERT questions is equally important. The questions which are given in the assignment are the extra questions, and the questions which are in your NCERT books, you have to go through these NCERT questions and do it in your fair notebook, even if you're not told to, because these are equally important. Okay, thank you so much.